Hey, welcome to my channel. Today's video, my desire is fading. My desire is fading for that thing that I want, that person, that job, whatever it is that you want. I'm panicking because if it fades and I don't have that huge desire for it and that huge emotion with it, does that mean I'm not going to get it? No. When your desire fades, so your need for it fades, and it's a good thing, it's all part of the process. That fading is positive, it is never negative. It's not you not wanting it anymore, because if you sort of go deep inside yourself, you know that you still want it. As long as you know that you still want it, that's cool. The fading has to come. If it doesn't fade and you're still in that hyped up, super alert state, it's not the state you want to be in. That's not the energy you want. That more neutral energy is exactly what you want. It's perfect. Just imagine a blank canvas then, ready to be splattered with your manifestation, manifestations, because we're looking at everything here at the moment. So it is necessary. It's all part of the process. So first of all, you will have that huge desire, that overwhelming desire for something. You might feel need, you might feel attachment, all of that stuff. See all of that as part of the process, because it kind of is. I mean, well, it is really. I've been through all of that with everything that I've got, that wanting, having that need for it. I'm much better at not having that now, but I still do get it a bit sometimes, but I used to get it a lot, but I still got everything that I wanted because I learned how to handle it, and I learned to understand that that was part of the process and it was normal, and everybody gets that. It's very unlikely that if you really want something, you won't have some attachment to it. So you see that as part of it, that attachment. Okay, so when you feel that attachment and you feel all of those resistant feelings, think to yourself, okay, I'm at that bit of the process now, that's fine, and accept your resistance, accept your attachment as part of your manifestation process. Because it is, because we all feel it, and I honestly promise you that I felt that so much with some things at the start of this journey, and I still got them. Yes, they took a bit longer, but than they probably would have done if I didn't have it. I'm sure they did, but I got there in the end, because what happens eventually when you decide that it's all about you and you are the most important thing, this is your reality and nothing else really matters but you, and it's all about you, it's not about another person or that thing that you want, it's all about you. And then you start experiencing those things that you have been choosing to manifest. It's all about just experiencing things, really, the manifesting things. You want a certain life experience, and that is what you get. And when you get to that more neutral state, you will find that you get periods of time when you aren't thinking about it, it's not on your mind at all. Don't panic about that and think I'm not focused enough. There comes a point when focus needs to be dropped, and when it drops naturally, what's better than that? That is all part of the whole thing. That neutral state allows things in. Just think of that neutral state as a gateway that you've opened to the reality that you want to experience, and the more neutral you can be for longer periods of time, the more likely that is to show up in your reality sooner rather than later. So see that as a real positive. And when you feel like that, and then you feel like I can't tap into the emotion of having that, it doesn't matter, you've done all of that. Once you've done it, you've created it, you don't need to keep revisiting it and doing it over and over and over, because if you keep doing it over and over and over, then you are fully aware that you don't have it, so you're in that vibe and you don't want to be in that vibe. So that point of neutrality, calm, and no need for it, perfect. What can be better than that? Look at it this way, you will be feeling better, and if you are feeling good, there's nothing better than that. Everything else starts falling into place then, but you don't have that need for it. But do not, as long as you know that you still want something, it doesn't matter what feeling you get with that, because all of that super hyped up stuff and that really, I can't think of the words that I'm looking for. Yeah, it's a high alert. You're on high alert then, aren't you? But you're looking for it, and it's not coming because you're in that high alert state, which is all part of it. That's part of it. That is the first part of it, of this manifestation process. Do you know, when we call it manifestation, we feel like we're kicking in some magic, and I kind of do feel like that, really. But really, we're just creating. We're always creating. This is no different than what we're always doing. There was a comment on here saying, well, if you say it's not working, then surely it's not a law. I don't say it's not working. What I might do as a search title is say why the law of attraction isn't working for you, something like that. But what I'm saying is, it is working for you, but you're not getting what you want. That's what I mean, really. And it's because your feeling state is not matched up with what you want. You're at odds. So you're feeling one thing and you're wanting another. So you're always going to get what you're feeling. But that doesn't mean the law of attraction isn't working. The only reason I would ever say something like that is because it's a search title, and somebody would type in law of attraction not working for me. And I'm an SEO specialist. So I know that if I put that in my title, then people are going to find my video. It's as simple as that, I'm not trying to trick anybody, because that's what I'm talking about. right. But what I'm saying is it is always working. It is a law. It's like gravity. It's happening all of the time, but it's working on our feelings and our deep-rooted beliefs and assumptions. And it's doing that all of the time, regardless of what you want. So if you want something, but you're not feeling it, and you've got all of these beliefs, contrary beliefs to what you want, then you'll get that. You won't get what you want. So, but don't let that put you off, because you will get there in the end. So if you see everything as part of the process, it stops that. It really kind of chills you out a bit and gets rid of some of that resistance and allows you to get into that neutral state. And then when you get to that neutral state, go, yay, I'm in the neutral state. And really encourage yourself to feel good about that. Give that momentum, that neutral state. I think this is awesome. And then you'll go periods of time without thinking about what it is that you want, and then congratulate yourself on that. How cool is that? I am not obsessed anymore. I'm not obsessing. I want it, but I don't need it. Best possible state to be in. There you go. That's the shortest video, but I really wanted to make that completely clear, because I get a lot of questions about that, and people get very stressed out when they don't feel they have that need for it anymore. No one wants need. What do you want to need something for? Want, but not need. Need makes us feel desperate for something. It puts it out of our reach, but that's fine to start with. It is part of the process. It's natural. We all feel like that. Don't even worry about that. If you've got to a point where you've got a year down the line and you're still feeling that, then we want to look at some forcing, letting go. And I know I hate that word force, but when you've got to that point, you have to make that decision that it's all about you and not about this one thing anymore. But that's another video, really. But if this has just been a couple of months, 2, 3, 4 months even, and you're still feeling slightly attached, maybe 50%, don't worry about that. That will just wane a little bit more, and you don't have to be 100% detached. And then you will get into that neutral state, and then it will happen when you least expect it, and you will think, did I even manifest that? Would it have happened anyway? Because it will feel natural. And that's what this is all about. When you get to that stage, you know you're there, and that makes it easier, doesn't it? The next time. When I say the next time, I'm so not into manifesting specific things. I want things, and I accept that I'm probably going to get them because I'm, in the right feeling state majority of the time. But I never have that expectation. I never look for it. I kind of accept that I might not, even though I always do. It's never happened that I haven't got anything, apart from once, years and years ago, but I didn't really want it. When I dug deep, I'm not going to mention what it is because I get panned for talking about it. So when I dug deep, I realised that I didn't ever really want it. So that was going on in my subconscious. But I'm so glad that it didn't happen. That's the only thing ever, absolutely ever. And you think about the things that we want on a daily basis, literally, really, honestly. So just don't worry about it. Right, I'm an author, I'm a writer, I write books. They're all listed below. All of my stuff is listed below, my coaching and all of that stuff. My son has a Law of Attraction channel, that's listed below. He also has a Patreon account where you can pay and get coaching from him. And I think that's all I've got to say.